Need like a skating rink in the backyard.
That would have been fun. Now look at this.
Yeah, that used to be Van Every's there. Don't even look.
Yeah, that's a totally different house now.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was his house. That was the Van Every house, wasn't it?
No, it was, I think
right on the corner.
It was right on the corner.
Yeah, so I wonder what the heck.
So here,
Oops.
there's Mr. Grimes.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Mr. Elmer's.
That's your house there.
Yeah, that's the one we lived in, but now they got skylights in there, and I don't know what the hell they're doing in the middle of the front yard. It looks like somebody's into a garden or something, you know.
It's so different up here now. It's
and I don't. These houses were built after we lived here.
Yeah, there wasn't anything in here. There was a big blank spot in between the houses.
Yeah. And these dinky ones on this side are the only ones that were here. And these things over here weren't here.
No, they weren't there. No.
It was all woods. We used to hang out in the woods.
None of those were houses.
Yeah. Especially in this, but on this side, they had the Curry family on the corner.
The very corner.
And then they had Keith Burton as the house next to him. Remember that guy or not? That one in there.
Curry had this in-house right on the corner. And then somebody lived across.
Mike Schrader.
On the other side there.
In that house there, he had a German Shepherd dog.
I think Sharon Altman and Debbie Brazil and that lived right
over in here.
One of those over here. If you want to take a left to Pinehurst Playfield.
Okay. So the playfield itself is over in here.
Right.
Okay. I kept thinking it was attached to the school, but
no.
This is where I remember. I remember something being down in here.
And there used to be a farm thing in here with a bunch of sunflower seeds and stuff. Big daisies, sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
None of these houses are in here. Diane Willinger lived in one of these houses here, and Adrian Willinger. And
jeez.
This road, I don't think went all the way through.
I don't think it did either.
But the playfield should be right about where that sign is there. So I don't remember that road being up there either.
Yeah, this is all different, isn't it? 20.
This should be the playfield right here.
Kind of. Oh yeah, there it is. There's the fence.
You can go up on the other side and look at it. Yeah. You remember Kinsman?
No.
He lived in the house right, I believe, right where this white car is up here on the right. And he played a little ball too, but he didn't go nowhere.
Okay, well that's somebody's house. We have to go on the other side.
You got to go down.
Go down on Pinehurst Way or something, or 15th. Jeez.
Yeah, it's all different. A lot of houses down here. It was mostly woods when we lived out here. You know?
Yeah, almost total woods.
Yeah.
Everything's just different.
Now if you go up here and take a right, it should take you on the other side of the playfield where the clubhouse is.
14th, okay. Man. Gee.
I don't know why that guy's parked like that. Kind of a funny way to park.
It looks like they're all designed that way.
Oh, yeah, wow. I wonder if this is a one-way road or something.
Yeah, look at this.
See, this is the playfield here.
Oh, yeah. Boy, that least, my memory of that used to seem like a huge place. There's hardly anything to it.
Used to be a cherry tree. It looks the same to me.
And then this is where you started playing baseball.
Yeah.
It's right here.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Pinehurst Playfield.
Oh my God. Look at how dinky that thing is.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's Diane Willinger used to hit balls out better than a guy, and we let her play on the team, and
gee.
Well, I was telling John about that. He said, I forgot about that. And I said, yeah. She could play better with baseball than guys could.
Look at this. I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a cage back there where it'll stop the balls when they're pitched.
Yeah.
But, I mean, an average adult, be breaking windows down there.
Oh, yeah. Well, we hit a few out of here when we got a little bit older and playing on this field.
That's amazing. I mean, that thing is dinky.
Yeah.
That's where I washed out of baseball. How do you like that? Okay. You almost died.
Okay, I went to Pinehurst Elementary.
Yeah.
They found out I lived across Roosevelt. So they made me go to Northgate. While at Northgate, I had a bursted appendix.
Oh.
I was on the bed at the hospital for 2 weeks and another 2 weeks when I got home. 32 stitches.
Jeez.
At first they didn't know what I had, and I couldn't even stand up. My parents called the doctor and they said, get him to Swedish now. So they get me to Swedish, and 5 doctors are looking me at on one of those beds with the wheels on it.
Uh-huh.
And he says, yep, they all agreed, all 5 of them. And the guy was running me down the hallway. Gave me a shot, and he says, you're going to be out in 3 seconds. See you tomorrow.
Jeez.
Next day, I had a tube in my stomach and a tube down my throat in my stomach, and they were pumping this black crap up in a jar.
That was from the
He said
operation.
5 more minutes, I would have been dead.
Jeez.
And nobody knew what I had.
Oh, God.
They didn't know I had a burst appendix. They didn't know I was appendicitis. So I got a scar here where they cut half my stomach. So my stomach's never been the same.
I bet.
Because they had to cut in the stomach muscles and everything, right? So I got 32 stitches here in my stomach.
This is my old neighborhood. When we lived here as adults, young adults, my first marriage.
Wow.
And that house right there is the house I lived in for 10 years.
It's in still good shape.
1909 vintage.
Wow.
This is mostly a Jewish neighborhood.
So anyway, after, I was in Pinehurst that 1 year, right? And they found out I was across the boundaries. So instead of a block and a half to Pinehurst, I had to go 12 blocks to Northgate.
Oh, God.
Yeah, because Northgate's way over by Northgate, Northgate Apartments in there. It's way over there. Right?
Now, why was that? They changed the boundaries?
The boundaries was Roosevelt. So anybody on that side of Roosevelt could not go to Pinehurst.
That's a rotten
So then
deal.
when I went to high school, I had a choice of Roosevelt, Hale, or Ingram.
Oh.
Because of that boundary.
Yeah.
And I chose Ingram. I don't know why. Because probably most of the people I knew probably went to Hale.
Yeah, especially from the middle school,
Yeah,
right?
because I think John.
Yeah.
Well, John ended up going to Ingram. He must have had a
Yeah,
choice.
John
too.
went to Ingram, and I know that Keith
Ray,
Burton
yeah.
did too, and probably Mike Schrader.
But I went to Jane Addams at junior high, which is right across from Hale. So a lot of people probably went to Hale instead.
Right, because they lived right there too.
Yeah. Yeah, I almost didn't make it.
Jeez.
And they didn't know what I had. And finally, I got so bad I couldn't straighten up. And when you have appendicitis, you feel like you need to take a crap, and you're not hungry. You do not want to eat. You have no appetite at all.
Jeez.
And your stomach, And it kept on going on and going on, and they didn't know what I had. Finally, it got so bad I couldn't even straighten up. And that's when my mom and dad called the doctor. He says, rush him to the hospital now. Put me on one of those beds with the wheels on it. Practically ran me down there. Next thing I wake up in the morning with cotton all in. So I try and go to the bathroom the first time, right when I'm there, and I wasn't supposed to.
Oh.
So they strapped me down on the bed because they didn't want me to rip the stitches.
Right.
So they strapped me down so he gave me a bedpan. And I wouldn't eat your food, so they were feeding me intravenous and stuff like that.
Oh, boy.
And when I left there, I still wouldn't eat their food because it stunk and everything, right? So
Yeah.
they gave me a bottle of intravenous to take home with me.
God. And then you were before junior high school age
It was
there,
like
right?
the second, third grade. 'Cause
Oh, God.
They flunked me in the second grade because of reading
Yeah.
at Pinehurst, and then told me I had to go to Northgate. So I had to repeat the second grade. So then I get the appendicitis thing, almost die, and pass the second grade this time. How can you flunk somebody for reading in the second grade?
Right.
Come on now. How many people know how to read that well?
No.
Second grade, right?
Right. Duh.
So they put me back a year. So I was, back a year. Okay, did you know? Listen to this now. So I go to junior high. I'm 5'2". That summer, I grew a foot. You remember I
You
could
grew
always...
a foot in one summer?
Yeah.
Woo.
And my body was so confused then that
Right.
I was getting pimples and zits. And
Right. I mean, your
used to-
hormones and everything were really screwed
I
up.
locked
Yeah.
myself in my room. I was embarrassed to go anywhere.
Right.
Because I was breaking out all over because
Yeah.
I grew so fast.
Right.
And the guys who used to pick on me when I was 5'2", and then all of a sudden I come to school that next year and I'm looking eyeball to eyeball with them.
Yeah.
And they're going, oh, what happened here? You know? I grew a foot.
That's
And
amazing.
I didn't grow any after that,
But that's amazing. You had that growth spurt in one summer.
unbelievable. In one summer. And I was kind of, clumsy and had to figure out myself again because I grew that much, 12 inches, 11, 12 inches.
It takes a while for everything to settle in after that growth.
Yeah, because I was only 5'2" when I was in ninth grade.
God.